What's up, guys? We are back here with another auto auction update. Man, we got a few cars on the list, man. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, man. If you guys are wondering when we're going to be doing another live video, be sure to tune in tonight. Yes, tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are going to be live at the auction, seeing what these cars are going to go for, and you guys can take a wild guess on what it goes for with me too. So if you haven't already, please do so now. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Alrighty, guys, first to start up with, man, we don't want the 01 Mercedes E-Class with a bad rod. That's gonna be definitely a project that we're not looking to spend money on. We got a freaking 2005 Ford Ranger here. Looks like 147,000 miles. No body damage. A pretty cool little work truck, if you ask me. It does have the little step stool on the side, with a little step ladder rather. If we take a look underneath, take a quick look underneath, doesn't look like anything has been tampered with or anything like that, so that's a plus. I mean, it is pretty dusty, but like I said, guys, it is a work truck. At 147,000 miles, I think this one might be a decent camper. Here we can take a quick look at the interior. Manual windows. The seats are a little funky. I never seen any seats like that. That's pretty legit, if you ask me. No back seats, of course, but it does have a nice decent interior. Nothing in here looks out of pocket or like messed with, and it is like a bunch of dirt and stuff in the bed. So you guys know from looking under the hood, this definitely was like a workhorse. It does have like the little tow hitch on the back. Pretty cool little truck, man. What y'all thinking about it? Let me know in the comments below, dog. I think this one might be a pretty cool little work truck. Let me know though. Alrighty, I think this one actually might have been here recently, but this is a 04 Kia Amante with 153,000 miles. It does have the sunroof. This is more so on the luxury line of like the Kia side back in the day, of course, but I'm pretty sure I take a quick look under here. It does have the V6 3500. I don't know how reliable the car is. If any of you guys out here have had this car before or had any experience with it, let me know in the comments right now. Is it a pretty reliable car? You guys see it is a Kia, and it has all these like luxury features on it. So this one was definitely the top of the line Kia here. Leather interior, really nice leather interior. Nothing that really stands out. Seems pretty fair. It actually has a media center up there. So this was like way ahead of its time for 04, because it actually came out in 03. So if you had this car in like 03 or 4ish, you was like doing it, man. But let me know what you guys think here today, man. This one actually, yeah, this one is actually the same one I was here a few weeks ago. So let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Alrighty, guys, next up, man, it looks like we have a 2011 Chevy Equinox here. Looks like 140,000 miles on it. 140,000 miles on a Chevy Equinox. Got a little tequila kickage over there. No big deal. Seems pretty fair though, honestly. Seems pretty fair. Like I said, it does have a little tequila kickage here, so every time you open up the door, you will be hitting that door. Oh, hey, we got an Escalade over there. That's a plus. I haven't even peeked that. But yeah, underneath here, it kind of looks like the same as that Ranger. It was definitely putting it to work. It doesn't look like tampered with or anything like that. Take a quick look at the inside on this bad boy. Pretty nice, like leather and cloth interior. I wouldn't mind getting this. However, the mileage is pretty high for this year. But then again, you know, if the mileage is pretty high, that means it might run pretty good. And it was taken care of, to say the least. All in all, pretty decent truck. Well, SUV rather. What do you guys think about the Equinox, man? Let me know what you think is going to go for in tonight's live video. Okay, at least we got a couple more decent cars here than last week, man. We got a 2010 Nissan Murano, and we don't know much more about it. Looks like it has 114,000 miles. Pretty clean little car here, actually. If we pop the hood, we should be all right. V6 definitely looks really clean under here. I'm not sure if this is like a employee's car or something like that, but it's definitely cleaner than most of the cars we've seen up here, because it actually looks washed and actually like detailed to a certain extent. But the interior looks really, really good. Nice beige Interior, I can dig it. Seats are like, the back seats have that recline feature, which is a plus. I can dig that. Nice little media center up here. I definitely wouldn't mind grabbing this little SUV up here today, judging that it comes through non-smoking and it runs good. But you do got your space back there, so that's a plus. No big deal. Slight tequila kick there, no big deal though. What do you guys think about the Nissan Murano, man? Let me know in the comments below. Alrighty guys, next up, man, we got a 2012 Ford Fusion here. Looks like 61,000 miles on the clock. This one actually wasn't the one here last week, because the one last week was silver, but the one last week was a sport. So that one's actually worth more than this one, but this one looks just as good. Doesn't look tampered with or anything. Only 61,000 miles on the dash. Actually looks like it might have been repainted, because it still has some orange peel right there, and then on the bumper it looks a little different. So my guess is this car has been hit before, right here in the front, because that's where I'm looking. Like you guys see right here, and then you see up here is like an orange peel type of thing. These tires are super whooped, so that might be the reason they crashed. They didn't have no good tires on it. But if we take a look at the inside, definitely smells like cigarettes and smoke. So I don't think this car was taken care of, but I think they had enough time on quarantine to where they might have even put it back together themselves. Who really knows? But Ford Fusion, 61,000 miles, man. You can't beat it here at the auction. I'm sure it's gonna go cheap here today. When I say cheap, I'm talking about like stimulus, unemployment cheap. So maybe like 2,500, closer to 3,000. I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. If you like it, I love it, man. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Then we got a couple like motorcycles. We got like a Yamaha R6 here, and then a little Honda. You guys know I'm like a Harley dude, so I'm not really interested in the R6s or nothing like that. But if you guys like it, you guys know the saying. I love it. This one actually is pretty fair. We might be able to get them if they pretty cheap, and then sell them to the homies, because I know all the homies be riding all type of bikes. They don't really care. But moving along, we got an 05 Buick Rendezvous here. Usually I would skip right past this, but you know, it's not too many more decent cars here, and this one only has 154,000 miles. The body does look pretty decent. We can take a quick look at the inside. Nice beige leather interior, which is a plus. And actually this is probably the cleanest Buick Rendezvous I've ever seen, because this one I'd probably actually get if it went cheap enough. All the other ones we see, guys, are like totally just whooped and unrepairable. You don't even want to deal with it. It's got cloth seats, but this one actually seems to be pretty fair. We can take a quick look underneath. Of course, it's like that GM engine, problem friendly, but hey, if you take care of it, you might have something good on your hands, man. What you think about the Buick Rendezvous? Let me know in the comments below. Not really a HHR guy, but I mean, this one has 109,000 miles. Headlights could use some restoration. It looks like this thing might have been sitting for a while. It does have the sunroof on top. It's kind of like a PT Cruiser, but like, I don't know, not really my flavor at all, to be honest with you. We can take a quick look at the inside, and to be honest with you, I've really never even seen the inside one of these, so you guys are taking it in with me just as I am. Nothing that really stands out. Missing a little headrest back there, no big deal. Sunroof, everything in the car seems in order, so that's no big deal. Cool little Chevy HHR. Missing some little side lights and bumpers off a little bit, but all in all, no big deal. 100 and something thousand miles. That tells me either they didn't drive it much, or it wasn't really that reliable. But you guys can see it does have the Ecotech under here. Hey man, your guess is as good as mine. What do y'all think about it though? Let me know in the comments below. And we don't want the 04 Malibu with a bad fuel pump. Got a 04 Chevy Cavalier with a blown airbag. Wow. Yeah, both of these airbags are blown. I just want you guys to see it. Both of the airbags are out on that, so we don't want that bad boy. We don't want the Chrysler with a bad fuel pump. We got a Saturn here. I think it's a Saturn Ion, a 02 Saturn Ion with 172,000 miles. Does have matching hubcaps. That's a plus. We can pop the hood on this joint really quick, because I mean, It's a cheap car. Oh, and this one came from LA. This one came from LA. Pretty, I mean, it's pretty whipped under here. It doesn't look tampered with though. Definitely doesn't look to be cleaned in the last like 10 years. But I mean, it is from West LA, you know, local. You're local to me. You're local. Inside seats is like brown. Definitely wouldn't be nothing. I mean, if you get it cheap enough, I wouldn't mind grabbing it, but you know, wouldn't be my first choice. I remember back in like when I was in 9th grade, it was this girl that was a senior. She was going to college, really good friend of mine. She was going to give me her car just like this, just give it to me. I never knew what happened to it, but it is what it is. I wanted it bad back then. You know, I didn't give a fuck. I was trying to drive. But we also don't want this 95 Cavalier. Actually cool on that one. Cool on the Cavalier. Oh, nice. Looks like we got a Prelude. We got a 2000 Prelude, no key. They don't even know the mileage or nothing on it. Nice, decent body work on it. Usually we see these things like super whooped. We only seen one that was like literally in really good condition. This back bumper is like gapped up, really not lined up properly. You do have some sort of exhaust on that joint. Sunroof, of course. And it is a 5-speed manual. Does have a pretty decent interior. I can dig it. Nothing that really stands out other than it not having a key. And you know, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't feel like getting back in it because I'm not even gonna bid on it. So let's just keep it moving here. We don't really want the van with the bumper hanging, even though it might be a good deal. Well, 228,000 miles. We can check the inside. It's a 2000. It does not have the third row. Has the front and second row. No big deal in here. No big deal. We'll just keep it moving. We don't want the 06 Chevy Cobalt with a bad motor. We don't want the like low-key Crown Vic police car. Definitely don't want the Caddy. And this Toyota right here is pretty whooped. 195,000 miles, 2001. Not really worth my time. And then we got just a few more junk cars back here, guys. This one's got a bad fuel pump. Not my flavor. Not my flavor. Again, not my flavor. Usually it's like the same cars over here, but we don't want the Infiniti. We have a little 02 Mercedes, like a C-Class rather. This one actually has a bad motor. Man, I wish I would have still had that blue one. That blue one, it would have been perfect for this. You literally could have used all the parts off of that. Just threw the motor right in here. Been good to go. But yeah, we don't want the Kia with no spark. Is this a Nissan Murano? 04 Nissan Murano, 134,000 miles. We can pop the hood on this joint real quick. Let's see. Kinda looks tampered with. Then it kinda doesn't. Maybe it's just missing the engine cover. I'm not really sure. But it does have 134,000 miles. It may run and drive, and if it does, I'm pretty sure it might be rough. But the inside actually looks decent for it to be sitting over here. We have some nice leather interior, sunroof, media center, and everything up here looks to be intact. No rips or nothing in the seats, which is like a huge plus at this auction for sure. Definitely was hit back here. This bumper's like super like dry. There's no clear coat or anything like that on it. But I mean, it's in pretty decent condition. No body damage or anything like that, man. If you guys like it, I love it. What you think about it, let me know in the comments below. Man, we got a 07 Cadillac Escalade, 147,000 miles. Has the 6.2 engine on it. Now, I know this thing looks horrible sitting like this, but you literally, it may be something as simple as, you know, taking this strut tower out over here and like getting some suspension work done. I mean, it looks bad, but it doesn't look that bad just yet. I mean, this door is definitely not opening, so if you look inside, no airbags or anything like that is blown. Third row black leather seats. So if you can get this thing for cheap, it might be worth fixing. It looks like it might be a simple fix. You can jack this thing up and get the suspension on it right and have an Escalade, man. I wouldn't mind grabbing it. This would be something to work on, and it does have the 6.2 motor in it, which you can throw in a Camaro or anything like that. But me personally, I would try to fix it because it doesn't look like it's that bad, honestly. It really doesn't look that bad, but then again, that's just me wanting to Escalade like this. What y'all think about it though? Let me know in the comments below. So alrighty guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video, man. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you're wondering what any of these cars are gonna sell for, be sure to tune in tonight, man. We're going live, trying to see what these whips are gonna go for. Hopefully we can catch something at a deal, man. But yeah, guys, what do you guys like here today? What's your favorite ride, and what would you bid up to if you can't make it to the live? Let me know right now in the comments below. And yeah, be sure to check me out later, man. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.